So basically, Mirri is a division of Cellarglass. Cellarglass is a print finishing company in the UK, and we've got 3 sites across the country. But today, really, I'm here to talk about Mirri and our new HP certified substrate. But basically, that means that it's certified to run on HP presses across a range of Indigo presses. I'm a bit of a print geek, and I want to get all this information across to you. But I think the best way to do that is to talk about case studies, so you can actually see all real life jobs that have happened and what we had to do to get around it and the things we had to think about. So the first case study I want to talk to you about is basically a awards night booklet that we produced on a silver substrate, and it was digitally printed on the HP Indigo. When you're running metallic substrate on a litho press, you normally have to run, say, 400 to 500 sheets before you start to run the actual job, so you can get the colour right. But on a HP Indigo press, you're only running maximum 10 sheets or something like that. So it cuts all that waste out. The other thing as well, which is very interesting, is that I'm able to produce an exact proof of the job before I run the actual job. So I can run a few copies of the job and say to my client, are you happy with this? This is how it's going to look. Yes, I can sleep in my bed at night, happy that my job will run at 600 copies and I'm going to be happy with it before I've even seen the job. This job was produced, and some other jobs as well, which I'll show you, using ColorLogic software. ColorLogic sort of came to us a few years ago, but it's doing really well on the HP side at the moment as well. Basically, when you're working with Mirri, you can produce a white ink, you can use white ink on the HP Indigo, which is fantastic, to effectively switch off the metallic effect. So an example of that with this is red. This is a red booklet, and the only bit that's metallic is the gold. So where you see red, there's a white has been printed on top of the metallic to switch it off. So then obviously the benefit of that is creating contrast within the image. In order to print ColorLogic files, then you need to be a certified ColorLogic printer, which First Byte is. Designers can use a design version of their software to create the white layer, or a licensed printer can actually produce the white layer for you. Another example of Mirri being used was a pass for Print Week. So you can imagine Mirri being used for VIP passes, sport and event passes, and with the flexibility of HP, means that if you just need 20, we just want to allow 20 people into a VIP room, just print 20, and it's fine. Or if you need 500, you can have 500, and also they can be personalised, which is fantastic. So they were really pleased with this result, and it looks stunning, and they just needed 150 copies, so that's fantastic. This, I think, is in the folders at the back. There's quite a lot of samples, and this was just recently produced for the BPIF. The nice thing about Mirri and ColorLogic together is that it means that you can approach images that you think, oh my God, how am I going to do the white layer for that to make it look nice? Well, I've worked with designers before with Mirri, and they've got bored. They've sat there for like 4 or 5 hours making a white layer, continuously complaining and want to be on to the next creative thing and don't want to be doing the white layer. So it means the ColorLogic software just means you can just run the program and it will create really stunning effects. Mirri is sometimes used for magazine front covers, and you can imagine in publishing, getting the right result is just essential. So using HP Indigo, we can produce a proof of the cover to almost exact litho quality, and then the client can sit around and have 1 copy, 5 copies, whatever you want, and say, right, okay, I'm happy with the way that I've produced the white layer, and I'm happy with my front cover, and now let's do the 20,000 run or whatever, and so everybody's happy. This is the invitation that was produced for the last event, and it was printed on Mirri, but it was mounted by First Byte onto colour plan material, like 4 layers. So that beefed up the invitation to make it more chunky and seem more valuable, but at the same time having that lovely metallic effect. It did have some ColorLogic on the copper part of it to achieve that effect. It doesn't stop there really, because we've just certified the silver product, and of course we have a whole range of different metallic materials. So we are going to be working towards certifying other substrates. The next one coming through will be holographic rainbows being asked for a lot. We produced a magazine cover and also a ticket, which is quite simple, but it just gets across, you know, the metallic element of it. Sometimes it's nice to be simple and not even use colour logic, just put black on it or a nice colour, just to, you know, whatever effect you're looking for. I mean, our products are used by a lot of premium brands like Harrods or Mulberry, and they just print gold, you know, so sometimes it's nice just to have a solid colour onto the metallic material rather than creating lots of multiple metallics. But obviously the multiple metallic option is stunning as well.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Well, thank you very much. As I said, you know, at first Byte, we've been very pleased with the results.